not that you are born with the skill of presentation. It is inculcated. It is learned. Only child is born. Every other skill is developed. So what is important to understand? Whenever you are presenting, whether you have started well or not. And for starting well, it is important that you should understand the meaning of power. Power means P matlab prepare. O, what is the meaning of O? Means organize. If you have prepared well, whether you have organized your thought correctly or not. Otherwise, it is chances that it may boomerang. W means writing, whether you have written it or not. Because if you are not writing well, you will not be able at the time of presentation, propensity is that you may fail. And if you are writing, the best thing that you have to do is to edit. Because you are the person who can edit your word, and so that in case of presentation you are not failing. And last I will call rehearse or refine also. If you rehearse, you can make a good presentation. So for starting, for me, the most important thing that I believe is the line of Mark Antony. Anybody who has read the book, Friends, Romans and Countrymen, I am not here to praise, I am here to bury Julius Caesar or Caesar. Why he has said he was a friend of Julius Caesar, but he succeeded in convincing people that he is in favor of Brutus. And ultimately what happened? He changed the color and complexion of whole meeting in his favor. So best presentation that can be. I can also call Narendra Modi is one of the best presenter. He has presented well in all the presentation. I call Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose definitely. Abraham Lincoln is considered to be effective presenter. I call George Bernard Shaw is presents. So what is important to understand is what is whether you have started well or not. For starting, you can even cram. Cramming is the worst thing that has to be done in any case presentation. But I will request you, if you remember first 3-2 sentences, definitely starting will become easy. But never memorize any presentation. If you memorize, the chances is that you will fail. Because every person is born original. We learn copying. So original things are always like in any case of presentation. So first and foremost, it is important to learn the skill of presentation, that how you can develop the skill. So whether what is my pace of that? Because pace is very, very important. And you have to, if you are learning the pace, you have to understand the pauses also. Even with so much pauses, Atal Bihari Vajpayee is considered one of the best speakers of the country. Sometimes his pauses were jarring, but still people say he is a very effective presenter, and personally I feel he was really very effective. So once pauses is there, once pace is there, whether there is a simplicity or not. Because without simplicity, you cannot attract the imagination of the people. Why you appreciate people? For his simplicity. So you have to understand whether I am simple or not. Because any presentation, the audience has one chance to understand. Only one chance, and you have one chance to make it effective so that people should listen. I had said externally to you that in any presentation skill, in any presentation, audience wants that their daydream should be better than his presentation, so that they can sleep, dream and enjoy. But the public speaker, the person who is presenting, must have better presentation than your daydream, so that people should, his presentation should be listened and you are not enjoying the sleeping and daydreaming. So it is important. You have to cover the topics, because coverage is very important. You have to see the audience. I will call, you should be very careful about doctor talkative. You should be very careful about doctor non-listener. You have to be very careful about doctor argumentative, because they will definitely keep your presentation failing. What is important case, sometimes you definitely need water because of sip water. So don't forget, say sorry and use water and take. So that ultimately your presentation should be very effective. So this is something we have to learn. You have to be very clear that these are the audience you are using. Suppose I am speaking for 10 minutes. It is 320 minutes is being lost if I am not presenting correctly. So I have to be very careful about that. Your audience are very, very important. We have to be creative in presentation. Even I will call humor sometimes act, but to use humor as a model of effective presentation, it is very, very careful that your presentation must not be humorous. You should create humor to hammer home in the mind of the people what you want to tell. But anecdote is very, very effective normally. An anecdote definitely attracts people. Suppose I am saying one anecdote as of now, कि एक बार नल और नील जब रामेश्वरम में पुल बन रहा था तो राम का नाम लिखकर डाल देते थे पानी में और वो तैरने लगता था काट की तरह। तो राम ने भी एक पत्थर उठाया और फेंक दिया, राम का डूब गया। राम ने बोला, अरे यार मेरा नाम से भी ऊपर आ जा रहा और मैंने जरा सा देखा मेरा तो पत्थर तैर ही नहीं रहा। तब हनुमान ने उनको बताया कि जिसको आपने छोड़ दिया वो कहाँ भी कैसे तैर सकता है, वो तो डूबेगा। So कहने का तात्पर्य कि if you are making certain anecdote, you have to be very careful that it should attract the imagination because it make an impact. The storyline should be very careful and it should not take much of your time because sometimes the story may become effective but your presentation will fail. So message should be loud and clear. Whenever you are presenting, I have already said about the simplicity, about the coverage of topic, about I believe that you have to say in the beginning what you want to tell. And at the end of the day, you have to definitely say what you have already said and what cover you have made so that could act. I always call if you are talking on social topics or certain topics, you have to understand that you have to say this thing that whether you have made an impassionate appeal or not. For example, I am talking on customer service. I will say the customer service is a key matter for all the person. I will request a young professional sitting around to work in such a way that every customer is happy. We have 43 crores of customers, we have to make them happy. If you people can make them happy, the world around you will feel that these are the batch of professionals who ultimately make the difference in customer service. So you have to make an appeal also. Your energy, what is about the energy? Energy is very important because unless and until you are energetic, people will lose the interest in that. For example, somebody will be sitting around, somebody thinking outside. Your energy sometimes helps to make your presentation effective. So what is the level of energy? And the voice modulation is very, very important. If you are making an appeal, you have to be very firm and very clear that you are making certain appeal with it. You have to be very careful that whenever you are presenting, whether you have rehearsal made or not, whether you have said 3-4 times in the mirror is one of the important factors that always play an important role in case of presentation. And we have a fascination of seeing mirror. But if you see, you can see whether your voice, whether your face is coming correctly or not, and how you have to move your face so that the people will like it. Ultimately, you have to be very careful about that. Grace should be according to the presentation. Because grace is to succeed. Grace is making first impression of the people. You are wearing dress correctly in the marriage ceremony. You have to be very careful that if you are going for public appearance, your presentation should be correct. So what I have said, simplicity, coverage of topics, there should be initial planning of the thing. You should speak firmly, your pace should be correct, your voice modulation should be correct, your palm must be definitely open. Closed palm definitely does not attract the people of you. So palm open, you must know how to make eye contact. For me, it is very easy to make an eye contact. Starting with Salni, seeing all the 4 last person, he will feel that I am seeing to him. Maybe I may not be seeing or maybe I may miss Sandha to see. So this is something important that you have to know how to make it. And this is the Bill Clinton way of seeing everybody without seeing them. So because the confidence will be definitely very, very important. When you initially will start with lack of confidence. But everybody is born weak. Do you see the child? But you can strengthen yourself by inculcating the good habit, by making practice. How many times you have made a practice? And my management principle, never forget my management principle. It begins with an enemy. I have to present, so I should come prepared. So you have prepared it, you have managed it, you have kept the pace of it, you have covered the topics, you have edited it time and again, you have refined it time and again, you have used humor, you have used anecdote, you have used a simple language, your palm is open, your dress is correct. So everything works in tandem to ultimate a good presentation. But starting is very important, unpassionate appeal is very important. These are some of the things that should be taken care when you are presenting certain public speech. And ultimately, I do believe that you have a capacity to succeed in life, because ultimately it matters. It matters in life. Thank you everyone.